Well, all right, guys. Trevor here with Trev's Tanks. Thought I'd bring you my Aquascaping Essentials. I don't really want to do a top 10, and I really don't want to go into detail a lot of these products because I'm sure you know what most of them are, but these are just going to be my essential aquascaping products that I just can't live without. Yeah, so my first thing that I just cannot live without in this aquascaping hobby, whether it's freshwater, saltwater, you name it, is going to be a really good high quality siphon. This is the Luigi's aquarium siphon. It's on Amazon. It's really cheap, so I'm not worried about breaking it, or if I need to get another one, it is not an issue, but make sure you have a very strong siphon that works. This one, just super easy. It's got a suction here and a little pull in here, and I'm telling you, it will change your water change days for the better. And of course, with the siphon, you gotta have a Home Depot bucket. Hopefully that Home Depot music is cueing, because every time I pull this out and I'm doing a water change, I just hear the din, 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 din. So get yourself a solid bucket. I usually have about 10 to 12 buckets. I use some for storing my RO, I use some for mixing some salt water, and I use majority of them for just doing some water changes. I know you guys have seen it on Instagram. I've seen the comments. How can I have a fish room with carpet? Let me tell you what I do to prevent that. Towels, lots of beach towels. I probably have 30 of these towels, and whenever I do maintenance on a carpeted area or a tile area, lay down some good towels so you don't slip and fall and you don't get a bunch of water on your carpet. So good towel. This one, love it. I'm sure you guys know what this is, but doesn't have to be name brand, doesn't have to be expensive. Get one that you like, that works for you. Find yourself a good glass scraper. We all see it, that green film algae that builds up on the glass. It's really easy to get rid of, and taking it off can really just lift up your tank. So this is just the HO Tool Me algae scraper, nothing fancy. Again, got it off Amazon. It works wonders, and it has little replaceable, what was that? A little razor blade in there. So this one works wonderful. Been using it for a while. Now we gotta talk about some Sea products. This guy is the Ultra Zero utility pump. This I wouldn't recommend if you guys have a bunch of nano tanks, but for my bigger tanks, you know, 75 gallons, the 125, and the 240 that's coming up soon, you gotta move water quickly, and I don't have hours to sit there using a regular siphon and bucket. That would just take forever. So what Sea has done is they made the Ultra Zero to where this can connect to any, you know, siphon tube, regular garden hose, and this thing moves water like nobody's business, and it'll make your water changes go from an all-day process to just a few hours. Something I want to touch on with the CJ is you can see the little feeties right here. That is actually how far it will drain the water. This thing drains the water. I don't know the exact inches or the measurements on it, but it gets it literally a quarter of an inch down drained. So if you need to do a full water change, this Ultra Zero will save your day. Since we were talking about bigger water changes, I'm gonna bring this big boy over here. This is the 50-foot Python water change system. This thing has saved my life and made my water changes so easy. You can hook this up to your hose, you can have it drain straight out to the front yard, or you can attach it to any sink faucet and have the water drain right down your drain. Something really cool about this, not only can you hook this end up to the Ultra Zero so you can drain with your siphon straight out of the house, but also when you're ready to fill back up, you can swap out the gravel vac end on your Python for the water inlet tube. So this to just hook on the side of your tank, and it slowly starts filling up, and let me tell you, this thing will save you some time. What do we do when we're all done with the maintenance there and there's water all over your glass and it just needs that extra little wipe down to get fully clean? That's where Aquaforest AF Easy Gloss comes into play. I've used a bunch of different glass cleaners, and if you're like me, you wonder what is in those glass cleaners and is it safe to get in the tank? Majority of glass cleaners, it is not safe to get in your water. That's where the AF Easy Gloss comes into play. This is a safe glass cleaner that if you accidentally spray some into your tank, you don't have to stress. And this Easy Gloss actually works wonders from getting those little water spots off your glass, any calcium buildup. Just give it a couple little sprays, wipe it down with a paper towel, and that glass is gonna look see-through. finally, we got our last 3 items here. These might not look like a lot, but let me tell you what, these are always on my side for any tank maintenance. They kind of work in unison, but I'm gonna start off with our lovely CJ towel here. This towel is a clip-on towel, and it's a really absorbent microfiber towel. Now, it doesn't have to be the branded CJ towel, but I highly recommend finding a towel that you like and you're comfortable with. I know this seems way more explanation for a towel, but when you have a towel that you really like and it, dries your hands off well, it's the perfect size and it just fits well, you can't live without it. So that's why I'm including this towel, because Jay over at CJ sent me this and he was like, man, you're gonna love it, just use it. And for whatever reason, it's a really absorbent towel and I just like it a lot. Last but not least, we got these 2 little guys here. Always have yourself a good toothbrush. We all know how hard algae can be. It grows on everything, and I don't care who you are, we all have algae in our tanks, and these 2 items are going to help you, I guarantee it. Toothbrush, you guessed it, all you do, just scrub away any of that algae anywhere you see it. The abrasive bristles really just help kind of loosen it up off of any rocks. And if the toothbrush doesn't get it, that's where the AquaVitro algae picks come into play. These are basically little dentist tools. So if you have a phobia of dentistry like me, maybe using this every day will help you get over it. But this is a really sharp pick point, so you can actually use it to scrape any blackbeard algae off, or any algae that just really has a hard hold on a plant or a piece of wood or stone that your toothbrush just really isn't covering. So get yourself a little pick if you have some hard to get off algae. It works wonders. But yeah, basically that's my essential aquascaping toolkit. There's definitely some more products that I use, but if I was going to be out of my house at someone else's tank, these are the products that I would bring to get the job done. We got stuff for water changes, we got towels, we got buckets, we got little aquascaping tools. Aquascaping can be fun. The tools are amazing. The products you can find are just super helpful, and I highly recommend playing around with all of them, Get something new every time. If you feel like a tool really isn't working for you, grab something new and see how well it works, I didn't form this tool overnight. These products have accumulated over the last 3 years. I've grown to love some, I've grown to not love some other ones, but I recommend just try them all out and see what works best for you.